Stuart Smith with you for Life, the Basic Manual. We're talking about recovery today and the importance of it, and a few of the other videos we talk about definitions of recovery and pathways to recovery and how you find recovery for substance use disorder and mental health issues. Why is it important to talk about these things? By our silence, we let other people define us. If you turn on the TV, look at a newspaper, or even just turn your computer on today, everybody's got a point of view about what to do with those suffering from addiction. Perhaps those that have suffered through the problems with that and have now found recovery have better answers than many of the people speaking on TV or writing newspaper articles and all of that. So why would we, as recovering people, let other people make the decisions about what the solutions are? So recovery advocacy is pretty important. Those of us in recovery have found answers and know what answers are. And many in the recovery community would tell you that a recovering person is the best tool to help somebody find recovery. From the early Native American wellness circles, to the Oxford groups, to the formation of Alcoholics Anonymous, to the proliferation of hundreds of 12-step organizations out there today, facts would seem to be on their side, that gathering together people in recovery is the best tool to help the next person not get pulled out of the rut, but to learn how to climb out of the rut themselves. So advocacy is important, is that it's important for people in recovery to hold public office, run for and hold public office. It's important for people in recovery to run for and hold public office. People in recovery need to be sitting at the tables where policies are being made. People in recovery need to go out and vote on issues important to recovery. And we need to organize and be able to speak loudly about that. Those in the 12-step community would say, well, what about anonymity? Why should we do that? Well, I would suggest that if you're in a 12-step organization, you don't need to talk about that. You need to talk about that you're in recovery. You don't need to name an organization. Even the founder of the first 12-step organization, Bill Wilson, talked about the importance of AAers, as he called them, speaking out. They just don't need to name the organization they belong to. So whether you belong to a recovery gym or you're seeking a faith-based recovery, a secular organization, or a 12-step organization, being in recovery and talking about the importance of making a difference, holding our public officials accountable to do the right thing is super important. In 2018, in the United States, we have over 350 people a day dying of overdoses from opiates. Some of it is heroin and street drugs, but a lot of it is being prescribed by doctors and pain clinics, or legal prescriptions that maybe are being bought illegally, but the amount of opiates in our society is staggering. The number of deaths associated with it is staggering. It's outrageous that the epidemic proportions of deaths that are happening, that we're not standing up, that those of us in recovery are not standing up and demanding changes. And some of us are. So if you're wondering, well, what can I do? There's a number of recovery advocacy organizations that you can go get involved with on the national level, but more importantly, go find one on the local level and get involved in your local city council, in your county commissioner. Get involved in any of your town halls that are happening with public policymakers, because our solutions are right around the corner. For those in recovery that want to advocate, there's a lot of training on how to message and how to do a lot of the advocacy work. But it's just like advocating for anything else. Get involved, start organizing, start communicating, and start demanding changes. If joining groups and doing that's not your thing, writing a letter to the editor once a week, once a month, it's a great way to be able to demand changes.